Man, oh man, the way you guys were pushing and shoving to get into that live training room this morning, you think you never saw anybody try to trade live futures before. There you go. I work without a script, okay? Yeah, it was awesome. We had a great time. Michael did great, as he always did. Everyone was well behaved, asked a lot of questions. A good time was had by all. And through some technical hijinks, I was able to get everybody seated in the main room. We didn't even have to double stream. Tomorrow's a different story because some people, Mondays they're busy, so Tuesday they show up. Again tomorrow, if by chance you get to the room and it pops up and says, sorry, the room's full, send an email to support@cfrn.net, okay? I'll send you an email with a link so that you can come in the back door, be just like you're there, because you will be there. You can still ask questions, you can still trade along with us, you can still download our platform and indicators and all that stuff, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to my desktop, and real quick I'm going to run through some of the trades from today and from last night, give you an idea of what some of the concierge trade alerts did, some of the tweets I sent out, and once you see that, I have no doubt you'll be in the live training room tomorrow if you're not already a partner, okay? So how do you get in the live training room? You go to apply.cfrn.net. Automatically you get an email. Then you get another email. You get another email to make sure you have the link and the password to get in the room. So once you go to apply.cfrn.net, fill out the form, which is all of your name and your email address. If you don't have an email in 5 to 10 minutes, send us an email, support@cfrn.net. We'll get on the stick and we'll make it happen, okay? Alright, so now don't go anywhere, because this thing's gonna like do a cube rotate like that, and you're going to be staring at my desktop. I'm going to walk you through all of the 8 major markets and maybe then some, but I'm going to do it in about 10 minutes, okay? So sit tight. You'll never know it happened. Don't go away. I'm watching you. Okay, I said I was going to make this quick, so let's see if I can really do it. All right. This is the S&P 500 E-mini futures for today. Right here is the Globex open last night at 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Now, I did something very unusual this week. Number one, I invited a whole lot of people to the open house. Some I sent to the apply link, some I actually sent the link and the password. And because we had so many people show up, I decided, you don't normally give out the weekly trading zones to the general public, to the community at large, until Thursday. Well, this morning I decided to just go ahead and put them out there for everybody for the entire week. How about that? Okay, so instead of this saying last week's zones like it normally would on a Monday, it actually says this week's zones because, well, it's this week's zones. All right, Globex open Sunday night, 6 p.m. Eastern. Price rolls down through the weekly trading zone at 24.28.29, and it moves to the zone below at 24.19, which, by the way, that's roughly 10 points. Okay, then it got a rally on and it ran back up to 24.20 and change, which is basically 10 points. Consolidated for an hour and a half, and then it made its way back down to 2418/19, and then it journeyed once again back up to 2428/29. Now, is this some unique phenomena, something we've never seen before? No, actually it's something we see week after week after week after week. We have since December 14th of 2009, when we first published the weekly trading zones. You can go on Google, you can Google CFRN weekly trading zones. You'll find a couple of pages of articles, and at the top of the page, if you click where it says images, you'll see charts that go all the way back to 2009. Okay? All right. Now, along with these 10 down, zone to zone to zone to zone to zone, that's 10, 20, 30, 40 S&P E-mini points. Some people won't take 40 points out of the S&P this week. In fact, most of our students will probably only take 10 points out of the S&P. Why? Because we teach you how to make an incredible living with just 2 points a day. There's no sense sitting around staring at screens all day when you can make your money and then go embrace life, right? Now, we also do a little something else, and a little something we like to call the concierge trade alerts. If you have an interest in pursuing those, taking a free trial, here's what you do. Go to emini.cfrn.net, and you'll see a baseball player at the top of the page, right? You with me? Okay. I got to make sure. 21st. Yeah, this is it. Okay. Yeah? All right. Let's open it up because I want to be able to show it to you. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to pull it over. And I'm going to show you, this is the very email that went out to the CFRN partners. Oh, I shouldn't be showing you that one. That's tonight's. I can show you last night's. Sunday night, they went out at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:20. On the S&P, we said to consider being a buyer at 24.33 if you had a chance. If not, then consider selling 24.23 if you were given the chance. Now, something we've learned over the years is that important prices and important areas are almost always tested. So, here, this line right here is 24.23. Now, the concierge trade alerts went out. Okay, this is 6 o'clock. This is 6:30. This is 7. And what time did I say they went out? 7:30. So they went out on this candle right here. Okay. Price came down, broke through 24.23, and handed over a 3.25 point trade. Most traders in the markets today would be more than happy to take just 2 points out of the S&P. This offered up 3.25. Now, we never get out at the exact swing high or swing low because we trail our stop. And quite frankly, we don't know where the exact swing high or swing low is going to be. Some people pretend they do. We're not going to pull your leg. Okay? Now, what we do know from years of historical observance, important prices and important levels are almost always tested. So what happened? Price got back up above the weekly trading zone, and down it came again. This time delivering 7.25 points. Not bad. I mean, on top of the 10, 10, 10, 10, we had the 3.25 and the 7.25. But wait, there's more. Seriously? Yeah. Let me show you this. Last night, I did something I used to do until we rolled out the Concierge Trade Alerts as a product. I used to send out free tweets to my followers every single night. That's why I guess I have so many people following me. I can't figure out why else. Anywho, last night what I did, I sent out an email, or not an email, but a tweet that said, consider being long. Oh wait, is that this morning? No, that was last night. I sent out a trade this morning too. Where the heck did I put that? Oh, I may have put it out in the room, or I might have put it here. I stuck it somewhere so everybody could find it. Oh, you know what? I put it out. I think I put it out either in the live training room. Oh, no, here it is right here. Okay. So, let's go back to where the old guy got confused. What do you say? Okay. Consider being long the S&P E-mini 2425 to 2428. If we continue to climb, then also trade 2432 to 2436. Never risk more than the target you're trading for. Some people will try to tell you, you know, risk 8 points to make 2 points on the S&P, and that is bad science. It will catch up to you and it will destroy your account. And then I said the consolidation area is going to come in around 2428/29. Now, how did I know that? Well, it's simple. I just finished doing the weekly trading zones, okay, and 28.29. So price did all the back and forth, and when it got to 28.29, look what it did. These are 30-minute candles. That's 1 hour, 2 hours, 3.5 hours inside of a 1-point range. Pretty cool, huh? All right. Now, the tweet on top of all those other trades said, consider being long the S&P 500 E-mini 2425 to 2428. So, right here, we hit 2425, and pretty as you please, we ran up to 2428. Now, I'll say it again, important prices, important areas are almost always tested. The market is very comfortable trading where it's already been. You with me? Okay. So what did it do? It did 25 to 28 all over again. So really what we had was we had a 3-point trade, a 3-point trade. Oh, I forgot. It did it again. So we had 3, 6, 9. 9 on top of 3.25, on top of 7.25. We'll just call that 10.5 and 9. That's 19.5. 29.5, 39.5. 49.5, 59.5. That's a lot of points. Okay. Now, I did also, and I gave out, I reminded people to take this trade again this morning in the training room. Now, what I also said last night was, consolidation area 24, 28, 29. If we continue to climb, then you'll want to trade 24.32 up to 24.36. Okay. Now we just broke 24.32 right here. We ran up to 24.34. All right. So from 32 to 34, that's a 2-point trade, but we're actually looking for 36. Why 36? I'll tell you. Because the weekly trading zone is 37/38. Zones are an area. We often get spoiled when price turns right at a zone like it did there, and consolidates there, and consolidates there. But just like fibs are an area, I know they put an exact number on your chart, but the reality is they're an area, okay? So from 24.32, we made it up to 34. That's 2 points. If all you're looking for is 2 points a day, you got it. However, our target's up at 36. Well, if the zone's 37, Mr. Reeves, why not 37? I like to put a buffer, okay? Just in case it doesn't quite make it all the way to the zone. Are you concerned about this? Not really, because in a healthy move, prices will almost always do a little something like this. It's called a retracement in a healthy uptrend, and it's the same in a downtrend. Am I saying that's what'll happen? I'm not in the business of being a prophet. I'm saying from where I sit, there's a high probability that that will happen. Now, if you are sitting here at the current price of 24.32, you're probably wondering, wow, well, could I take that trade up to 36? That'd be entirely up to you. You could go 35 to 37 because it just might make it to the zone. A lot of options, okay? So that covers the S&P. There was a lot more to tell you about the S&P than the other markets. They were pretty simple. Last night on the email that I just showed you, we said to consider selling 21,680. That's this line right here. These are this week's weekly zones. First move down was good for 49 points, and it missed hitting the zone by a couple of ticks. Then went back up to the zone, consolidated for an hour and a half, and then took a dive, and there was so much momentum in that move down, it blew through the weekly zone. It spiked it. Sometimes that'll happen. 100 points. It then reversed and went right back up to the zone. It then dropped 22 points, because remember, we were selling 21,680. Okay, important prices and important areas are almost always tested. Okay, now this had not come into play when I did the recap on the radio show today, but if you stuck around, the long side on the Dow was 21,735. So it didn't hit that area until about 8 o'clock tonight, and by then the new zones had already come out. So this is not something we're gonna count or calculate. Vegetables, you know, your mom used to say you need to eat your vegetables. The vegetables have not been very kind. These are soybeans of late. Now, I shouldn't say that. Last night, the email said sell 935. It handed us 4 points at $50 per point per contract. Hey, that's $200. If we were trading 10 contracts, that's $1,000, right? 200 times 10. Oh, no, that's $2,000. If you were trading 5 contracts, it would be $1,000 move from there to there per contract. Of course, important prices in important areas are almost always tested, and there you go again. Okay. All right. On bonds. Bonds are really an interesting animal, and for the most part, I recommend you stay away from them. Well, these aren't bonds. Where my bonds go? There they are. Sunday night Globex Open on bonds. We said by 156.02. We ran up 7 points times 31.25 per point. Okay. Important prices, important areas, almost always tested. We got back below the trigger. Okay. And we put in a swing high up at 156.07. And so that would be 5 ticks times 31.25 per tick per contract. 5 times 31.25 per tick. Not 41, 31. So that's $150 per contract. Again, if you're a 10 contract trader, that's $1,000 before commissions. Okay. Now, the biggest mistake people can make when they come into the markets in the beginning is, hey, I just sold my business. I got a whale of money in the bank, and so I'm not going to mess around learning how to trade in the simulator and then trade one contract until I build it up enough to afford 2 contracts. I'm just going to put all my money in my account, and I'm just going to trade big, you know, because I'm a big dog and I don't belong on the porch. And before long, you will be one of the 50 million Americans on food stamps. Don't do it, okay? 90% of traders do that exact thing to themselves. I don't know if they all end up on food stamps or not, but I do know they blow up their account. If you come hang with us, our methodology, you know the guy that I used to refer to about the late night TV guy who charges you $7 grand for 5 days? I just talked to one of his students today in a mentoring session. They got a new price. They have a small, medium, and large package. The small package is $39,000. I'm not going to call the name. Nope. Not going to do it. No, I'm sorry. $29,000. The medium's $39,000 and the large is $50,000. And apparently people are paying it. What's so amazing is that a large percentage, I don't know, 10, 20% of our partners from around the world have actually gone to that company, gone through their 5-day class. See, they teach you how to trade in 5 days. So once you go through that class, you're supposed to be able to trade. I won't go into all the stuff, but many of those students end up on our doorstep and say, hey man, I just spent $7 grand for 5 days and it was exciting and fun. I had a good time. I learned a lot, but I still don't know how to trade. Will you help me? Of course, that's what we do. We teach people how to trade. So maybe it's time to raise our prices. I don't know. It's been a long time since we raised prices. Not something we've been thinking about doing, but that guy put ideas in my head today. Okay, on crude oil, we said to consider selling 48.10. Now, I marked this here at $440 per contract. Why? Well, because if you're trailing your stop pretty tight, when it pulls back here, that could take you out with your profits. Now, if you were trailing just a little bit further back, you know, it depends on what you're comfortable with, right? Goodness, it dropped all the way down to 47.23. It's almost $1,000 per contract available. Keep in mind, we don't get out at the swing high or swing low because we trail our stop. We did soybeans. Let's do gold. Okay. Last night's email said consider buying gold at $12.88. The first move up was good for $300 per contract available. And important prices, important areas. We get back below the trigger. Off we go again. And if you got out at the exact swing high, I want to know how you did it. But it was worth $1,100 per contract. Imagine if you were trading 10 contracts on that baby. You might be thinking about vacation. I don't know. The Russell. Man, when is the Russell going to get back to normal? I don't know. Okay. We had a move down. Okay, you get triggered in here. You don't get stopped out here. Not on a concierge trade alert. And it's worth $350 per contract available. Okay. We have one more market. That's it. The NQ. We said to consider selling, what is it, 57.93, 57.94. What was that? NQ 57.94. Okay, so from 57.94 we get a 5-point drop. Important prices, important areas, almost always tested, and then we drop 41 points. Okay, at $20 per point, that, my friend, is an $800 per contract available. You know how much it costs to trade the NQ? $500. How cool is that? In important prices, important areas, you know the deal. And the swing low here at 3 o'clock today was 57.66.75. So let's roll it up and be conservative at 57.67. So we're talking 94, right? 94 to 77. Can I do that? Well, not if my pen doesn't work. I don't feel like doing it in my head. I could. Michael's our mathematician. So here you have 17 points times $20 per point. True story. Old age, dyslexia. What is it? What's the problem, coach? Anyway, so there you have it. NQ, awesome, awesome day. Russell, okay day. Gold, man. We have a rule of thumb that says anytime you make $1,000 per contract in any one instrument in any one day, you take the money and put the mouse away and go do life. There's more to life than sitting and staring at these screens. Okay, you got to stare at them long enough to let me teach you how the markets work. But beyond that, no. And you don't need a million crazy indicators and oscillators. When you come into the live training room, you're going to be blown away at how little stuff we use to pull off our methodology. And you know what? We haven't changed a thing in 5 years. We'll show you the spreadsheet. It's got every trade we took in the live training room for the last 2 years. We haven't changed an indicator, not an oscillator, not a time frame, nothing. No method. We didn't change the methodology. Nothing. Everything. You don't fix what isn't broken. Okay. Let's see. Crude oil. We already covered that. 440, or depending upon where you were trailing, the possibility for $1,000 per contract was there. Bonds, well, a couple $100 per contract, $150 per contract. Soybeans, $200 per contract, and you know, I guess, well, actually at this point we're getting into the new alerts, so we can't count that. And on the Dow, we had a 49-point drop back above the trigger, 100-point drop back to the trigger, 22-point drop. Now it looks like we're taking a little run to the upside. Okay, we may stall out here at this weekly trading zone. And on the S&P, I already went over that in great detail. I won't bore you with it again, but if you picked up that trade at 24.32, remember at 37.38, if it gets to 37.38, there's probably going to be consolidation or rejection. Doesn't mean it can't work its way through over time, but if it gets rejected, it won't. So just be on your toes if and when it gets there. Okay? Now, one more time, I'm gonna lay it out. Apply.cfrn.net. Okay? That's how you come and spend the week with us in the live training room. If you have Ninja, we'll turn on our indicators in Ninja for you for a week. If you need a demo platform, we got one you can download. We'll turn the indicators on there for you so you actually get to use them. Now, in the recap that I just showed you of the Concierge Trade Alerts, you did not see the indicators. You come to the training room tomorrow, and then you book an afternoon appointment with me, a personal mentoring session, and I'll break it all down for you. Okay, show you exactly how everything works. But tomorrow morning, hey, no credit card required, 100% free, no obligation. Ask all the questions you want, trade along with us. Hey, we'll have a great time, just like we had today. Now, again, when you get there, if the sign pops up, sorry, room's full, email me, support@cfrn.net. I will email you a link to connect to the simulcast, okay? You'll still be able to ask questions, still be able to download the platform, still be able to use the indicators. All right? Okay. Now, since Michael and I will both be in the live trading room, if you have difficulty connecting, if you need help, if you've emailed me and I'm buried in emails and haven't got back to you in 3 minutes, because that's about as long as people are willing to wait, call our dear friends Bert and Leslie over at Daniels Trading. They're the ones who are kind enough to provide this platform for us. And by the way, this platform costs us nothing. Not because we're special or fancy pants radio people. Anyone who has an account, a funded account with Daniels Trading, you pay no data fees, no platform fees. The only fee you pay is that $18 a month that the CME sucks out of you. Okay? And that doesn't go to the brokers, that doesn't go to the brokerage firm, it goes to the CME. I don't know if you've seen their share price lately, but they must really need money. Ha ha ha. Okay. I'm going to leave you. Go spend time with your family. Take your wife by the hand. Look her in the eye like you did when you were a kid and say, baby, I love you more today than I loved you the day I met you. And when you put the kids to bed, you turn out the light, pull up the covers, just say a prayer over them. I'm here to tell you, not only does it create an incredible bond between you and your children, But speaking positive confessions over their life, praying for them, will literally change their life. Raise a child up in the way that he should go when he's old. He or she will not depart from it. I'm living proof. My grandmother raised me the best she could. Her and my mom both. But at 17, I went absolutely ape stuff until I was 37. And at 37, God got my attention in a very unusual way. And man, since then, if I got called home tonight, I wouldn't know the difference between this and heaven. I know that sounds weird, but hey, have you met me? All right. Listen, I'm going to go. I'll see you tomorrow morning in the live training room. Now, be there, because like I said earlier, I'm watching you.